This is not a video about a John Deere, but several days ago I wanted to clear the carport so I would have room to work on the mower deck of the John Deere. So I had to move the Land Rover, which doesn't get driven very often, but it does get driven occasionally. However, it had a problem, which we shall see right now, perhaps. Let's see if I can do this left-handed. Well, I'm not having much luck finding the key slot. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch hands with the camera. No two ways about it. Oh, so now it's going to make me a liar, is it? Oh, there it goes. Okay, it ran longer then than it ever had before. Now, even if you turn the key off, restart, immediately stalls. Okay then, so what could the problem be? Let's pop the hood open and take a look around. So here we are under the hood. Yes, it's a bit dusty under here, but hey, engines can't be perfectly clean. So what troubleshooting steps did I take? Well, we need fuel, air, and spark for an engine to work, for a gasoline engine to work. So to test for fuel and spark, I disconnected this vacuum line, and it is a vacuum line because the throttle body is right here. I disconnected this vacuum line and sprayed some brake cleaner inside the intake, and the engine would run for a good long while until it used up all the brake cleaner and then stall. So that told us we had spark. The problem was fuel. Unfortunately, looking around the engine compartment, I did not find a port for testing the fuel pressure, or I would have done so. But what I did do was go online, put it in Google, 2000 Land Rover Discovery starts and dies. And one article said mass airflow sensor. So I immediately came out here and unplugged the mass airflow sensor, which there we go, airflow sensor unplugged. And yes, I did close the door when I got out. I'm just that kind of person. It bugs me to leave the door open. Okay, and I've also switched camera hands again, so here we go. So here we go, mass airflow sensor unplugged. Now you'll notice that the check engine light is on because I have done this testing before and ran it long enough with the mass airflow sensor unplugged that it threw a code. Previously, it did not throw a code. Even when it would start and stall immediately, no codes. No code set, no code pending. And there we go, it's going to idle down because it's warmed up a little bit. Throttle response should be good. And it'll idle right down. It's idled just a tiny bit rough. It may be misfiring on one cylinder. But just for a test, let's go plug the airflow sensor back in and see what happens. Plug back in. Let's see if I can just reach over here, find the key. No, they don't give you much room. Not hardly any room to reach in there left-handed. Okay. Well, she's loading up. And there it goes. All right. So I got it on Amazon, and I got, it may be a bad thing, but I got a cheap mass airflow sensor that I cannot unbox single-handedly. Okay, give me a moment. Here's our new mass airflow sensor. Let's compare it with the old one. Make sure we've got about the right thing. Well, yep, it sure looks like it. All we gotta do is just get the old one out. And let's get set up for that. Alrighty, let's get cracking. First, let's unplug. Got my elbow right in your face. Plug that. Immediately lose the plug. That off. Let's unclip. Have to lift this hose slightly. There we go. Is there something on the bottom? There is something on the bottom. Does it unplug? Maybe not. Better idea. Take this off. I can reach the clips. Oh, that's not the way it goes. There we go. Oh, there's a resonator on the bottom, or maybe it's a water trap. I don't know what the function of it is. Tell you what, get this out of the way. Now we can see this. Loosen the clamp a little more. Okay. Come on. There it is. And with the clamp there so we don't lose it. So here's our mass airflow sensor. You won't really be able to see much of anything in there, but there's the old one, so the new one should look exactly like that. Oop, I better get a rag. Or a paper towel, that'll work. Get my hands just a tiny bit clean. And while we're here, we might as well look at the air filter, because that one piece I took off was the top of the air filter. To be honest, I don't know how long the air filter's been in there, but it doesn't have many miles on it. It could probably do with a new filter. I don't have one, but I'll keep that in mind. So here is our new mass airflow sensor. Let's go ahead and pop the caps off of it. And you can see it looks about like the old one. Let's go ahead and pop it back in. Also, ooh, can you see it? Can you see this little thing right there? I don't know if that's a resonator. I don't think it's a drain. There's no opening on the bottom of it that I can feel. I guess it's a resonator. Okay, so let's put this in there. Let's put the clamp on too. How about that? How about if we have a clamp? You know, a little bit of lube might help. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get just a little bit of lube to put on that. Well, I was going for WD-40, but I don't see any. I'll use some of this white lithium grease. I'll just spray it on the cloth and run it around the inside. Or I could just run around the outside. I don't want to get it on the... I don't want to get anywhere where it could get on the mass airflow sensor, although this is the air is going to be coming out this way. It goes in here, comes out here, so there's probably very little chance of the lube getting in there, but still, don't take a chance. Okay, let's see. Yes, it did. Alright. Clamp in place. Clamp her down. God, this clamp kind of sucks. It's not lined up right. There we go. I guess I really didn't have to unscrew it as far as I did. Is that up too high? I think it is. Let's rotate that down just a little bit. That looks good. Alright. That on. Now let's put the top back on the breather. It has to be turned a certain way for the clamps to clamp. Aha! Should have thought of that. Down a little more. Let's go ahead and get the clamps on it. And find that plug that disappeared. It should be clamped down right here, but the clamp is broke off. Okay, plugged in. I need to latch the air box. Okay, the other latch is broken. Which is what happens when there's plastic on a 20-year-old vehicle. The plastics tend to get old and brittle and break off. Well, did that fix our problem? We're about to find out. Okay, she's idling and idling smooth. You can't really see anything. Okay. Let's put her in gear, put a little bit of a load on her. Well, it looks like that cured our problem. Now I can either reset the check engine light, or I can just let it go, and after several restarts where the problem doesn't recur, the light will just go out on its own. But it's probably best if I reset it. So let's get the code reader so we can reset it. Okay, we have the code reader hooked up. Here's the code reader right here. It links to the phone on Bluetooth, and the app on the phone is called Torque. This one actually is Torque Lite. It's the unpaid version. So let's see if we got a code. Fault codes. Show logged faults. And yeah, this is hard to read. P1884 and P0102. Oh, we'll have to look those up. I think that the paid version of the app might tell you what the codes are. Oh, or this will tell you. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep. Yeah, those don't apply. What happens if I hit web? What does it say? Does it search the code? Oh goodness. Well, okay, I'm not going to wait for that. I'll go look the codes up later. Let's show the logged faults. We need the other code again. P102. Yeah, mass or volume airflow circuit low input. And that's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Alright, let's reset the codes. Clear logged faults. Okay. That should have cleared them. So we'll shut the engine off, or turn the key off, I mean. The engine was not running. And there we go. I suppose we should take it for a drive, just to make sure, and, you know, give it the opportunity to leave me stranded on the side of the road. Well, I checked the tire pressures and I've got a low tire, and I don't really want to drag the compressor out at this time, so I think the test drive will have to wait. In the meantime, I turned on the air conditioning. It's probably blowing on the microphone right now. I've turned on the air conditioning and let it run for a while. So we've come up to temperature, which is also shown here. We're up to temp. We don't have any warning lights on the dash. I think that we can call it good. I'm sure there are some people saying, Dimension Dude, you could have cleaned that old sensor, made it work again. Perhaps. But in December of this year, I will have owned this vehicle for 10 years. And in those 10 years, this has never been replaced. And judging by it being a Bosch part, I would think maybe it is original. It's 20 years old. So I don't begrudge the $30-something that it cost for a replacement. Now, will the new replacement last 20 years? I highly doubt it. But I don't think the vehicle itself will last another 20 years. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon in the next video.